Hey, what's up everyone? I chose this as my background because of one of the topics that is going to be in this video. I tried to make this video with my phone, but it would not let me. I made the first part with my phone. The second part, I could not get it to work, so I'll try to upload both of them very soon. So several strange things happened, to recap from my previous video. Today, we had several things happen. First of all, oh, by the way, thanks to Now You Know for this background, by the way, the channel Now You Know. So, tonight and earlier this evening, strange sounds happened. I was hearing the trumpet sounds in the sky, the western sky, this evening. They were going like that. And then that's what I heard after I went outside. I was cooking on the stove, cooking meals for all of us, and my mama barely got enough energy up to fix some fish, and it was delicious, by the way. And as we were fixing a meal, I heard this rumbling. And my mama had informed me that she heard some more of that rumbling yesterday. When she was in the restroom, you could hear it out the window, just boom, just lots of rumbling, and boom, boom, and shaking. But no one else acted like they heard anything. Of course, we didn't talk to anyone about it. But the sounds when I was at the stove it was like a constant earthquake rumbling, and the floor was shaking, and there was a I've been extra sensitive today, by the way. Very, very sensitive to frequencies and sounds and energies and auras. So, first, when I was at the stove, I hear this high-pitched ringing. And I asked them if they heard it. They didn't hear it. They couldn't hear it. But they did. My mama did hear the rumbling. She did hear that rumbling. And the floor shaking and rumbling. So, I heard, and then more ear ringing of, it sounded like a high-pitched ringing going to my ears that I had to cover my ears because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand that ringing. So I had to cover my ears. And then it finally stopped, or it eased off. And so I went back in the kitchen, and then it kept happening again randomly, and they were shaking. And then that all eased off. I went outside to check, and that's when I heard the trumpet sounds and horn sounds. So there was definitely a frequency. I hear a helicopter. It sounded like it was right over us. It was going. There was a helicopter, but I didn't see the helicopter, but I heard it, and it sounded like it was going over and going toward the northwestern sky, toward the facility, the strange facility. I sound like Jim Carrey in The Cable Guy. Facility. But the facility area, the strange facility on the hills. And that's what happened. Then later, when later on tonight, we were in town, and then we stopped at where we went to just get a bite to eat, and we sat down there and ate, and I had noticed when this guy would walk by me, this man when he would walk by me, I would have to cover my ears because it would be like, and then when he'd go away, it would just kill my ears like a high-pitched frequency. I mentioned that to my parents, and I was saying, and every time that he went by, it was like, I don't know if he had some kind of a phone that had like 5G or what. I mean, I don't know what 5G is capable of. I really don't. I know the speculation that goes out about it, but I don't have any proof or evidence of it myself. I know that the technology around us does have harmful and negative effects on me as well, and my parents, and my mama feels the pains and sharp pains from these electronics. They hurt her, and I hate that. But they used to do the same thing to me quite a bit. But I don't know what he had. I didn't see any technology on him. I didn't see that type of stuff. I didn't even really see him using a phone, to be honest with you, which is quite unusual. He had his son there with him. I assume it was his son. I mean, it was a young boy, probably 12, I'd say. He was in middle school. At least that's what I heard him state. He said something about 6th grade. But the thing is, it was very strange that, I mean, I could hear his conversation, but it was very strange how every time he went back by, I would feel this powerful frequency to where it would hurt my head. It would hurt me. It's like something was overriding my thought and overriding me, and I had to cover my ears and hold my head. The frequency was so high, it was like beaming directly into me. It was... I don't know if I was feeling his energy or his aura or what, but that individual, there was something very strong about him. And it was freaky, and it hurt badly. It really, really hurt. Sorry about the Google Play alert there. It's just my tablet is out of memory too. I can't even use it without keeping it plugged up all the time. The phone's messed up, out of memory. I'm going to have to do something. I'm trying to hold off till I can afford to get another phone, but I'll see what happens. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, it's just crazy. But I've dealt with that very similarly before, but when he would walk by me back and forth, he would also, my mama said, because she was on the other side of the table and she seen him behind me, she said he would stare at me. She said he would just stare at me in a strange way, just look at me like there was something about me. But every time he went by, a high-pitched frequency beamed directly to me and hurt me and would kill my ears and my head. It really hurt. And I don't know what he had or what he was or what, but I also seen an orb moving around him. A white orb moved around him and then went back to him. It was just around him. There was major energy and frequency. Give your thoughts on that. What do you think that was about? I know some people have higher frequencies than others, and maybe I was sort of like awakening at the moment again, or these awakening symptoms were coming back. The symptoms that happened were coming back, and maybe somehow I was becoming more empathic and in tune to these frequencies again. But later, also, this woman just started talking to me about her life and everything. People just talk to me. They just come up and talk to me. Children have known my name. People have known my name. Children know who. It's like I'm something really important, and it's really amazing how people have just known things about me and said that I'm something so, I don't know, just, I mean, I'd like to know my purpose and path and actually provide. I would like to do something. I mean, I'm going to have to do something pretty quickly, I'm sure. And maybe I'll have a steady means of income someday online. Maybe somehow my channel will grow enough and people will be able to. Thank you, by the way, to the person who did donate to Jose Martinez. And I mean, but maybe someday I'll get more donations, and maybe I'll be able to make a steady income online. That's what I'm hoping so badly, because we could definitely use it. That's for sure. And you know how difficult things can be. But that was strange. And people who enjoy my content, hopefully maybe they'll subscribe to my Patreon and support me. Maybe they'll also donate to PayPal. Maybe you can do that, because if you enjoy my content, I'd be very grateful for that. But the thing is, it was very strange how I could sense and hear his frequencies so much. And people just talk to me all the time. It's like they do things for me. They just enjoy talking to me and just sharing their life story and just sharing with me in general. And that's really, really nice. That's really special that people trust me that much, and that people just open up to me like that and just start talking like they've known me their entire life. But anyway, when I was in when we were in the truck, we heard the sound like a phone call noise. It was exactly the noise you hear during a phone call. All three of us heard it. It was very loud. It just silenced us completely. And earlier that day, like I stated, the helicopter sound, the frequencies, the ground shaking, the rumbling, the booms, the trumpet sounds, the frequency and horn sounds in the sky. Just a little while ago, I heard boom, 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 boom in the sky. It sounded like thunder. It sounded like explosions and booms and booms. It just sounded like there's something big going on. There really is something huge happening that the masses just aren't awake to. They're not aware of it. They're going to be caught by such surprise that they haven't seen past the veil and opened their eyes to things. They're not aware. They're not awake. And things are happening. And I heard the loud booms again earlier and the rumblings out in the front window, out the front window. I've heard beings that people would not imagine. Creatures and beings. I heard owls in the daytime. Like that during the day at about 11 o'clock in the morning yesterday. So actually that was Thursday, not yesterday, or Friday. But yeah, that was something else. So many things, frequencies, beings, people, sounds, all kinds of strangeness. Give your thoughts. Feel free to support me on PayPal, and my Patreon link is below as well. And leave your comments in the comment section below. My email is also below, where you can talk to me privately if you would rather. And feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Peace. I hope to speak with all of you again very soon. See, the booms just happened again. It went boom, boom, boom. 3 booms. This time from the northeastern sky, and then eastern, and then southeastern sky, like it was moving across. And it was in the hills just now, so something's definitely going on. I'll monitor it, and I'll try to record if I hear it clearly. I mean, if I can record, it's hard to know when it's going to happen. You can't really tell. It's unpredictable. But if it steadily happens and continuously happens, and the rumblings and the sky sounds and everything else happen, I will, if it happens continuously, consistently, I'll start recording. These are the experiences of the day. Peace. Much love. My PayPal's below. Feel free to share with me also. Peace. Bye.